Niveaksiarolu upperingit ka tautuktani. Tautukunak tuak sunapaya sa kuminganiksok. Niveaksiarolu iyuniakatingi pisaulaganiksut. Kana kuimnya. Ano kulak palkinyam dahil na kuminyait ka. Nga ikumawak tuaming kakrakpam inyo niptaktak. Sumalagula kami ni Beaksiarulu pichinyingani. Agalan kakaraw palkinyat sa gabing aityo. Imenyaw sa gabi kami sa mga nunamin. Kahit gawin tuting, ukalagtok inyugungarwak ukpik. Kano ko ilisimanak pa nga, isumulagtok ni Beaksiya kalwalo ko. Kano kita bro, kao nagingagikpen. Kailaw di ka piyup ko. Ikayo ko niya kalawag pinkimon dahil nanakik sa bakit ilanga.
Drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some stylistic differences or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still a recognition of life and vitality. And the drum mirrors the heartbeat. And when you continue drumming soon, it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality. And it's the most tremendous feeling to be in a room and to have one long row of all the drummers and to have that feeling of unity and everyone beating in harmony, the drum beat in unison. It's the most beautiful feeling. And to know that you're connected, you're on the land that you are connected to. And even if you grew up outside of the community, that which is in you comes from this area. And it's the greatest feeling.
Man, I went at it and look what happens. Oh.
They're just like other people. They just happen to be very small and extremely strong.
These are stories that are common throughout Alaska. It's normally that people are in a size from your elbow to the tips of your fingers, and they possess superhuman strength. So they may be tiny, but they can carry a whole caribou.
And if you go up north and you talk to a number of the people in the community, they'll talk about having seen the little people.
There's a place at home that we know, but we don't profess it to anybody.
But it's not like the boogeyman.
They can be mischievous, they can be ornery, or they can be helpers.
And every now and then, we might have the opportunity to see them, especially if they want us to see them.
The fact that it's across Alaska really tells you something about our history and how we interacted with nature around us.
Kaya rock to it, the version look, the pocket game. Asi, and if getting sooner, it took to Suguru. Ibeaksiagalulu savattuqumi ahalagit imminyaurat paqitka uppium qillautinga Ibeaksiagaluluk utingaluk qillautilikaaquni uppik qupiatchaqalugaluk aasiitapula piviuttaqiliuti piallagaga ibeaksiagaluluk tainnaxuni aitsuutikilaqangaluk uppik uqallaktuq uvvauna qaunagiingagiga iliginun pikitquvlugu
The bola is what we call kilamitang. And the kilamitang is made out of braided sinew tied on to some heavy bone which you could twirl. In my case, we're catching ducks.
When we're out whaling, sometimes the ducks start flying. And they're good for duck hunting. You know, if you're a whaling crew, you can't make too much noise. So you can't use a shotgun for getting some duck soup handy, you know. So bola was a really handy weapon to use for catching ducks. You know, the ducks fly in, you throw it up and tangles up the bird, and down they go. Tabrataina igilehote. Ibeaksiarualum atoka uppium aichuta. Sillä taane lunaaqqiнгата иннюхулуккассораак. Иннюхулуум таутукамиу нутқақугаа. Агалааннивиарсиаралуалук саперинарсималоқ. Sillä taane lunaaqqiнгата иннюхулуккассораак. Qinnalifsaapiartortorutukamiuqqilamitau. Tapura ivaqtani. Qinnalifsaapiartortorutukamiuqqilamitau. Tapura ivaqtani. Tautukkai. Annap qaaslikkaluartuk agalaan igilauningak siqqaqalarsisiinnyartoq. Malaguguni uvluguni uisaublutik.
The scariest I've ever been, I was 12 years old. We floated out on a piece of ice while we were duck hunting. It was a bluebird day, just clear blue skies. And there was 3 of us, myself, my brother, and my dad. Next thing you know, we see this dark, dark shadow on the ice. We look and it goes behind us. So we all jumped up, startled, and my dad, he started running. We got back to the ridge there. The ice had fractured, cracked, and broke off, and we were floating away. We were drifting. It was close enough to where my dad would have made it. He stopped and he thought about throwing us across, and if one of us was on the other side, we would be split up. So he stopped, and he just so happened to have a cell phone on him. 911 didn't pick up. That's the worst feeling in the world right there. 911 did not pick up. So he left a message because they record their calls. Once he had relayed that information, his cell phone died. That was the scariest moment I've ever had in my life. We were floating away and I thought we were left for dead. He kept calm during this situation. He's bringing out everything positive in this case. You know, I'm crying, my brother's freaking out. It went from clear blue to dense fog. Within a couple hours, we heard the chopper flying around, so they must have gotten our message. We thought we were saved, and then the chopper sound went away. So we lit some of the sled on fire. It's plastic. We thought black smoke in the fog would create some kind of marker. Chopper pilot had mentioned when we got rescued you could see a glow in the fog. And he slowed down there, and sure enough, as soon as he slowed down, we got within visual. That was definitely the scariest moment of my life, was floating away and not knowing what the outcome was going to be.
Davra tuvagaroa mutikitjuk. Agalan tuavit pagavitjuk. Siku nalunak tok hanok igilaganiak tilanga. Sasa ko may akalugon na nok, anak ko ba? Pinatitaga vicho. Kakame nano, nikachalaicho.
We're very much aware of the climate change. And it's been for many years, even before climatologists were noticing this change, Inuit were already saying, Sila alangokto. Our climate is changing.
If the heat is going the way it is right now, for us it's going to be pretty bad. Different birds are coming, and they're coming earlier, and sometimes rain is more than what we want, because when there's more rain, we know it's going to melt the permafrost.
In my time as a young whaler, when I was 9 years old, we're hunting from ice that was about 25 feet thick. And there was giant icebergs already floating, coming by. That was the first signs of a changing climate. Ice that never broke before was now moving. Now, here it is 50 years later, we're hunting whale from ice that's 18 inches thick. There's no more thick ice.
It's creating a malfunction in our whaling season is what it is. Actually, more than that, all seasons in general.
I think we are more scientists than more people will realize. We have more knowledge of those things than people will ever know.
Agalan tamannanno na allaut. Talanikso kanu payak.
My brother was out seal hunting. He got attacked from behind and managed to grab his knife and save himself. When he came to realize, oh no, it's a mother. We've always known traditionally that we avoid killing a mother. It's always been sacred to us to protect them. He had to present himself to the council, and so he was given the job to mother the baby, and we kept it. It got so big it went over the barricade one day and got to the dog food, and that was an indication that, brother better go teach it how to survive on its own. So he did. I really got attached to the bear because I more or less grew up with it. And some days when brother took him walking, once in a great while he'd put me on the bear and I would ride on it like a horse. I was just happiest little girl in the world.
Tapkuak tikissakak nannupsitranga. Asi piimagilipiksuagai tikissaktuak. annakkaluaqtuk aglaan ilitsuqiluk tilaangan nuna atimikini niveaqsiaqalualugulu tiriganniaqalu imaaqtuk aasi taqium angalat kaksipillugik taqium igukkai qairusunginun puktaaqpaum araaqanuqtik taimma ipingitpak
In, Arctic Alaska, hunting is a really important part of life. It's not just about going and shooting something, it's about going and putting food on the table. But more importantly, subsistence hunting isn't just about the insular family unit, it's about feeding the whole community. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about subsistence hunting in Alaska is that people go out and they'll go get, fish, or they'll get a caribou, and they'll get, seals and whales, and one of the first things they'll do is they'll say, oh, I need to take this to the elders. This isn't just about one individual surviving or one family surviving.
The freezer. It's like a ritual that I learned from my parents.
It's all about relationship. I don't know. I think there's a lot of camaraderie involved, and just being out on the land or being out on the ocean. It's like getting back in tune.
I'd rather be out there. To me, once I go out there, it's the world that I learn from.
Now we spend all our time out in nature. You get very intimate with the world. And over time, if you're living that life, you start to sense that everything has a spirit. There's a consciousness in everything. Everything is alive. If everything is alive, then we want to respect it. And if we're going to use it, we want to use it respectfully.
What I try to tell my nephews and nieces, you know, you love to hunt, you have to take care of the animals that you catch, preparing the food and eating the food.
Ice brings you life. It provides all those things that you need to be a part of your life.
That was something I grew up with. I grew up respecting the animals. I grew up respecting the land. And that, to me, that is why we as Inupiaq, as an Inupiaq culture, as an Inupiaq people, is why we're so successful.